Are you wondering why forecasting sales is often important for many businesses? In this video, we will look at why sales growth can be important for a firm to add value to its equity investors. A firm's economic profit can be shown as return on net operating assets in excess of its cost of capital, weighted average cost of capital, all times the amount of net operating assets the firm has invested in its business, earning that level of return on net operating assets. This is where we are focusing on the enterprise, on our firm's operating activities. If return on net operating assets is greater than a firm's weighted average cost of capital, then the greater the book value of net operating assets, the greater will be a firm's economic profit. We can identify the effect of sales on the change in net operating assets. Asset turnover equals sales divided by net operating assets, and 1 over asset turnover, the inverse of asset turnover, is net operating assets divided by sales. We can present net operating assets as equal to sales times net operating assets divided by sales. Substituting 1 over asset turnover for net operating assets divided by sales, we get net operating assets equals sales times 1 over asset turnover. And so, change in net operating assets equals change in sales times 1 over asset turnover. What this shows is that the change in the book value of a firm's net operating assets is driven by its change in sales and by changes in the amount of net operating assets needed to generate $1 of sales, that is 1 divided by asset turnover. Sales growth is usually a key driver of increasing the book value of net operating assets and increasing economic profit and cash flow and the value of a firm. This is because growing sales usually requires investment in net operating assets, such as additional inventory, property, plant and equipment, and accounts receivable. For further information on sales growth, go back to Chapter 5, Section 5.2 in the study guide. Also, review Predicting the Future weekly questions. Also answer, write and rate questions on predicting the future in Peerwise.